All right, 99.9 Punk World Radio FM. You guys already know what time it is. And right here, right now, we are actually live on YouTube, Facebook, and the radio station dial. And we have a phenomenal group straight out of the heart of Quebec. That's right. We got Peacefull right here live on the station airwaves. How are you guys doing this evening?
Pretty good, pretty good. How about you?
Dude, doing pretty good, man. Doing pretty good. Just a quiet night out here in Ontario. Hope everything is all well with you guys out there in Quebec. I gotta say, I've only been to Quebec a couple times, but I absolutely love that province, man. You guys have such phenomenal stuff out there, man.
Ah, you bet, you bet. Quebec City, Montreal are great cities to visit, but not in the winter time.
I definitely agree. Same with Ontario. I got to say, if anyone is planning a trip to Ontario or Quebec, do it in like the summertime. The summertime is the best. Wintertime is no. Just go to Florida.
Exactly.
But I know you guys are super busy individuals, so I'm not going to keep you too long this evening. But just taking you back to the beginning, if for the individuals that actually aren't quite familiar with this phenomenal band, like, can you actually introduce yourselves individually and tell us a bit more about yourselves as individual members of Peacefull?
Well, I'm Nick. I am the drummer, and I play a little bit of guitar too, sometimes on some parts, and I do some back vocals also. I sing the last one, that's right, the Peacefull Warrior. And, been playing music since teenage, and it's been an ongoing process since then. And a couple of bands, and now with Peacefull. And I think we're making some good music, and we got some more stuff coming up.
Of course. Yes, well, I'm Guillaume or Gypsy. I'm the lead singer and composer. I play guitar too, and also piano. And well, that's it. I think we got a good vibe. I've been playing since a long time with Nick. We did another thing at the time.
Yeah, we had a band together in the past. We met like in 2004, and we've been playing music together since then, and a couple of bands together, and the last one is obviously Peacefull, and this is where we are right now.
And when you said a few moments ago how you actually play piano as well, I have to ask, because honestly, I tried to play piano back in the day, tried to learn it. I couldn't perfect it. Honestly, I find it's one of the most hardest instruments to actually learn. Like, what actually got you into piano originally?
Well, pianos isn't that hard. Well, I think that any instrument you have to work hard to get that stuff. Playing an instrument, it's take really a long time, but piano it's definitely not the hardest thing to learn, I think, because you get the notes. It's a good. I think it's a. Well, I learned piano when I was young because it was in the basement of the house, so I used to hear my sisters playing stuff, and I was like playing stuff all the time. So to me it was I didn't learn piano, so I couldn't take
read a sheet.
I couldn't read a sheet and that stuff, but I got a good ear, so I could play a lot of stuff. And I think I pretty much learned piano while I was trying to make the song I composed into music with the piano. So it's how I learned to fix out like A, G minor, major, that stuff. It's how I learned it at the time. And thank you by the way to listen to us. It's very kind of you. Thanks.
Hey, you're most certainly welcome, guys. Honestly, I love rock music, and most of all, I love Canadian rock music. So if I can shine the light on an amazing Canadian band like yourselves, then I'm all for it, guys.
Hey, that's very kind. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, and really proud to be Canadian at the time.
And I do know, guys, as you mentioned, you guys have actually been in multiple bands together. So obviously, you guys have quite the history. But how did you guys actually get connected with the other two members of Peacefull and just form this amazing band? Because all four of you guys have such phenomenal chemistry when it just comes to music.
That's a pretty good question. Well, I'll make you a brief history about what happened back then. So in 2004, we got together, and the bass player back then, I think he was already playing with him. So I met those two guys in a jam because we were working at the same place. So after work, we got to jam with friends and everything. So there was Guillaume, there was Carl, the bass player. And then actually, this guy here had couples of songs on the acoustic guitar. And so we kind of took his songs and, jam it. And we got to make it a little bit more rock at the time. And then we migrated to, actually, I moved to another town. So we migrated the headquarters, if you want to say it like that. And we had another friend that played the bongos, and he was coming at our jams to jam with us. And he did that for a couple of years. And one day he bought a guitar and he learned the guitar. And then all of a sudden he knew the songs. So we got him in the band. So now he's a member. He's the other guitar player and the rhythm guitar player. And myself, I had a friend that I went to school with him. Actually, he's the first guy that I played music with him when I was like 14, 15, something like that. And this guy is an amazing guitar player, still at, say, he's around 45 right now. The guy still takes courses and he perfects his arts, and he's just he's a beast. And so he went in for a couple of jams with us, and he blew us away. So we asked him to, hey, buddy, you want to make some guitar solos on our songs? And that's what happened. He came in and, like a warrior, did his thing. So he's a collaborator with us right now, and that's it. This is how we all met, actually.
Yeah, we've made a big friendship with this band for so long, playing lots of songs so many times before we got into studio, and we got other songs that we build up right in studios. Very good stuff. Yeah.
And when you said a few moments ago how he actually went from bongos actually to guitar, that's obviously such a significant instrument change. But some people just learn the guitar so quickly, man. Like, I mean, I've heard stories where people actually just got on the guitar and it just came naturally to them. Like they just started learning guitar riffs like no tomorrow.
Yeah, this guy is very, very, very natural. Though he's a very hard worker too. And the combination just made it natural and fantastic. And how can I say that? It was just perfect fit for the band, actually. And it was a friend also of the band, so he kind of knew the songs because he was always at the jams, So when you hear something all the time, and pretty often, it just gets in your head. So I guess it's easier to learn the songs after. So
he always loved the song, Peter.
Yeah,
so he always loved to work on our song because, well, that's what he told me. He always loved the song. So when he came with a song,
wasn't so hard.
It's like, oh yeah, I can see this, and he's like, he do some stuff and listen. And the first time we were like, oh my God, what is this? But you know, it sounds so big, it sounds so hot. Yeah, at the end we have to keep it because it's so amazing. It sounds so good. So we get a good stuff together.
Yeah,
Great stuff.
And also on June 1st of 2020, you guys actually released the amazing 9-track self-titled studio album. I was wondering if you can actually tell us a bit more about this record, and of course, where can we actually buy or stream it today in 2023?
well, the Bandcamp is, if you go on Bandcamp, lots of bands are there also. I think it's the go-to. It's a great place because you can stream, you can sell your stuff, and it's easy access. It's a well-built site, so you can buy the songs there. You can also find them on our YouTube channel. And actually, we have a new handle right now. It's the @ sign, Peacefull Band, pretty easy. So you can find us there too. We have like 9 or 10 videos for you, waiting for you there. So you can catch us there, and on Bandcamp also. And you had
Another question.
you had another question in there, or?
Oh, I was just going to ask, like, can you tell us a bit more about this project? Like, what was it like
Yeah.
actually putting together this phenomenal record? Because I got to say, just the content in this album is absolutely phenomenal. And honestly, when I listened to it, I couldn't skip one. I couldn't skip a song. I had to listen from front to back.
Well, thank you very much. That's awesome. Well, the thing that happened with it is that, like I said before, we worked on a bunch of songs that was that we built them more in rocky flavor, metal
Rock
flavor
band
also,
stuff.
and we injected like 2-3 songs in there that we actually composed together. And so from 2015 to 2020, we do everything by ourselves in our studio, from the graphic to the mastering process. We do it all, and that's why it took some time. It took like 5 years to build this album. Not that we don't like the job of other people, they're all great. It's just that we had the thing that we wanted to craft it ourselves, you know. And so we did, and it took 5 years, and we're very proud of that. There's 9 songs, very eclectic music, I must say. It's all in the realm of rock music, but sometimes we go in the ballad side, and sometimes we tend to touch the more heavy stuff. But the last one is Peacefull Warrior. At first, that's an instrumental song there. There was no words in there. And at the very, very last minute, something just popped up. And we just put some
Warrior Peaceful.
some words on there, and I actually sang it, and I did the vocals on it, and yeah, I think I have a little anecdote. Is that a good word in English, anecdote?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
I think it is. Yeah.
I had a really, really bad cold. My throats were bleeding, sore, like it was the end of the world. And I took the mic and I said, I'm just going to pitch the idea. But, you know, it was, I had the guts inside of me. And anyways, if I had my cold, I had some pretty good energy. So I just ran in there, my friend, like a crazy boy. And after that, when I got no more cold, I tried to sing it back, you know. And no, it wasn't that sound. It was just like amazingly very funny that it happened this way. So So when you hear Peaceful Warriors, the guy that sings is bleeding his life, but it sounds so great. I'm very thankful for the cold on that day.
Well, it does sound so great. And if I could say an anecdote about this song, it's that I played it alone for many years, like alone in my basement, doing that sound like metal, and we were playing more like instrumental for a few years. And at the time, he called me. He was like, "Hey man, you know what? I know we said we would do that thing instrumental and that stuff," and it was like, "Wow, I felt it might be cool with some lyrics and all this stuff." And I said like, "Oh man, do it. I don't care if you want to try some lyrics on it." And he said, "Well, we did with Frankie, so he did some lyrics on the song, and he already played it. He already sang it. So it was like, oh, let you hear some of it." And so when I heard it, I was like, so much laughing, but I really loved it, and I was like, man, that sounds so great. And at this point, the guys were asking me, do you want to sing it? Do you want to sing it? And I was like, you know what? That sounds very good. And I know I could do it, but it sounds very good. And at this point, we decided, and I told them that. Anyways, I always liked the guys to feel good and creative in the band, and that he could sing sometimes, like in the last one that we released, Billy Oliver. It's Frank, the other guitarist, that sang too in the song with and it's pretty good. We got some different stuff, a song to the other song, so it sounds a little different. It sounds a little metal on Peaceful Warriors, but it sounds very punk rock on Billy Oliver. But you still have that groove and that guitar solos, amazing. So wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much receiving us. Very cool.
And also, as well, I have to ask, do you guys actually have any up-and-coming shows this year? And if so, where can we actually snag ourselves some tickets to come out and see Peacefull live in full effect?
Well, there will be shows, of course. Right now, we are we're still in the promotion of the new song, Billy Oliver. And right after that, it's going back to the rehearsal place, get in shape for this summer. Of course, we are going to make some shows this summer. It's going to be up on our website, everywhere, Twitter, Facebook. If you guys follow us, you'll see the dates coming up for summer. But we won't go crazy on the shows for this summer, because we are already doing a second album right now. We are in the process. So like I said, since we are doing everything ourselves, this is really consuming. So it's time consuming. So we'll make some shows this summer, but at the end of the summer, we'll probably go back in the studio, finish the album, and make sure it gets ready for winter. We really like to get it out in the first months of 2024 if we can.
And that was actually one of the questions I actually had on my list about another full-length album in the works. And since you already asked that question, I do know you spoke a little bit about it. And obviously, it's still in production, so you obviously can't talk too much about it. But what can our listeners actually expect from this up-and-coming record? Like, will it still be the same sound as a debut album, or are you guys going to try some new things on it?
As usual, it's gonna be a surprise. No, I'm just kidding. But it's gonna. Our songs it's always good vibe. So we're playing. We're all the guys we'll see. It's gonna be with good electric guitar solos, good vibe, and all that stuff. And
Well, pretty much is going to be pretty much, I would say, in the rock realm again. We will be touching again some metal, but Peaceful is very, like I said, it's very eclectic. I have my own influences. He's got his. Everybody's got their own influences, and that's what makes it what it is right now. It's a mix, and it goes from one side to the other side. And but it was our first punk rock song, Billy Oliver, and since we have like a very good comeback at people like that and everything, it's not that we are going to be more punk rock just because people like that, but certainly I think we feel a little bit upbeat nowadays. So you could probably expect something a little bit faster, more upbeat, more rock, I would say. But we can throw some ballad in there. You never know.
well, of course, we get things more slow and everything, and I'm sure that we can make stuff amazing. We should make amazing slows and stuff, but it's kind of thing that yes, we're kind of rock band, so we gotta take it with the beat and all the stuff, and I think to stay motivated and all the stuff, and we have to make big shows that people want to get there and get motivated and lots of energies and all that stuff. So I can tell you that the next album will get a lot of energy and all that stuff. Well, so if you want to, we'll stay tuned, and you can have the exclusivity that when we released another song or another album. So you should be the first to know.
And also, guys, because obviously we spoke about Billy Oliver, we spoke about this album that you guys got in the works. We talked about potential shows in 2023. But is there anything we happen to miss during this evening's interview? Anything else you guys still want to talk about or promote? We still got you here live on 99.9 FM.
Well, actually, what was the last bit that you said just before 99?
Oh, I was going to say, is there anything we missed actually during this evening's interview? Anything else you guys still want to talk about?
Do you have something to add, my friend?
Something more to talk about? Well, right now we don't have anything to tell about the thing we're gonna release and everything. So let's just tell you once again a great thank you to the 99.9.
I think it's about it. We'd like to thank you and like to thank everybody else that listens right now. And if you guys want to check out our YouTube channel, if you like videos, we got a whole bunch. So it makes it different when you hear the song by itself. It's something, but when you see the video, it puts an image in your head. It might. You might get another feeling about it. So I think we covered it all.
Yeah, thanks again to Punk World Radio. Amazing. Thank you. And thanks for encouraging us.
And before we part ways, this evening, guys, if you don't mind me asking, because obviously I know how to follow you guys on social media, but for the listeners that are just discovering you guys tonight, how can they go about following Peacefull on all social media platforms?
You are so right. We must say I'll give you the website. So everybody, it's Peacefull with 2 L's at the end, .ca we're Canadian, so it's .ca. From there, you can get to the Bandcamp. You got all our streaming platforms. It's the go-to to go. Actually, if you go on Peacefull with 2L.ca, you can find us all over the web.
And I gotta say, first and foremost, guys, thank you so much for just giving us a bit of your time here this evening, and just sliding into the 99.9 FM airwaves. It was such an honor to speak with both of you, and such an honor to speak with such an amazing Canadian band. Hopefully down the line we can make this happen again sometime soon. But for now, definitely have yourselves a phenomenal night.
Oh, and thanks to you,
Thank
Mr.
you so much.
DJ
Thanks.
Immortal. Thanks
Yes.
to invite us to 99.9 Punk World Radio.
Yes, the honor was us.
It was a great pleasure and a great honor to be on your show, my friend.
Hey,
Yeah.
you are most certainly welcome, guys. Like I said at the beginning of the interview, I love rock music, but most of all, even more, I love Canadian rock. So at the end of the day, you guys are in both of those categories. So of course, it would be a crime if I didn't have Peaceful on the radio station airwaves.
That's
Thank you
awesome.
so much.
Thank you so much.
You're
so
most certainly
kind.
welcome, guys. Have yourself a great night, and of course, be safe out there in Quebec.
Be safe
Thank
too. Bye
Thank
bye.
you so much.
Goodbye,
Peaceful, man.
everybody.
Thanks.